So this is part 2 of the study guide. Number 12 says Maria's age is 6 years less. So then 4 times her brother's age. So she's 6 less. So 6 less means minus 6. And 4 times her brother's age would be 4 times B. And so that's easy enough. That's A then. 4B minus 6. 6 less minus goes after the 4B. Number 13. Write an expression. 10 people equally share 260. So we know the price is 260. The quantity is 10. So this is a price divided by quantity problem. So it's just A, 260 divided by 10. Number 14, how much is the tip? So we're not looking for the total. We are looking for the tip. So it's easy. All we have to do is take $47.99 times 15%. So let me get my calculator. 47.99 times 15%. So my calculator says 7.1985. So I have to round it to this number. Since this is 5 or higher, I move it up. So C, $7.20 is my answer. Going back up to number 15. Which size bottle unit price? So unit price we know is price divided by quantity. And we want the lowest, so I'm going to have to take each one and divide it, price divided by quantity, and see which one gives me the best price. Move my screen up some. Get rid of this so I have more space. Then I take 4 divided by 19, take 540 divided by 22, and now I get my calculator, 250 divided by 12, and I'm going to put it over here because I'm out of space over there. I get 0.208, so I'm going to run that to 21 cents because that's 5 or higher. Now I do 280 divided by 16, and that gave me 0.175. So that's 0.18 because this number is 5 or higher. $4 divided by 19, and that's 0.21 and 0, so I can just leave it at 0.21. And 540 divided by 22, and that is 0.245. So I round it up to 0.25. And I'm looking for the least one, so that's obviously this one right here. Sorry, my screen's getting a little messy. So that's 18 cents. So I'm looking for the $2.80 for 16 ounces. So let me erase $2.80 for 16 ounces. So that one right there was my cheapest. So it's C, the 16-ounce one. All right, scrolling down to number 16. These are my no calculator problems. So it must know which word pairs a proportional relationship. So I've got to take y divided by x and see which one gives me the same numbers each time. Let's look at them and see if there's an easy one that we can see. Just looking at them, if I choose C and I do 9 divided by 3, I would get 3. If I do 12 divided by 4, I would get 3. And if I did 15 divided by 5, I would get 3. So since they all get the same number, and we know that 0, 0 is proportional no matter what, then that means my answer for that one's going to be C. Now, if they weren't easy to look at and just determine y divided by x and get an easy number, then you would just do each one. So for the first one, you could do 1 divided by 0. You would do 2 divided by 1. You would do 4 divided by 3. and those clearly would not get you the same answer. So you just do them step by step if they're not easy to look at and just see. So you just do your y divided by x for those. Number 17, it's asking for a net gain of 0. So you're looking for the difference is going to be 0. So if she borrows 25 and then she borrows another 25, she's going to be in debt even more. So that's not a 0 gain. For B, she swims 100 and then she swims 10 meters back. So that's not going to get her back to 0. He ran 40 yards up, so 40 that way. Then he ran back down 40. So that's going to get back to 0, the starting point. So I'm going to say it's C, but let's look at D anyway. D says he jumped 5 feet over a fence. Erase. 5 feet over a fence. So he jumped 5 feet. And then he jumped over a second one, so he went 5 more feet. So that's going to get me a 10, so that's not a 0. So it's going to be C. All right, number 18, we have to simplify. So let's rewrite the problem. 6 minus 3 plus 20 times 3 plus 1. So I've got to do order of operations. So I've got 6 minus 23 times 3 plus 1. So I did my parentheses. I don't have any exponents. Now I multiply. 23 times 3. That would be 9. That would be 6. So I don't think I can move up any. So this would now be 69. So let me erase over here. That way you can see what I'm doing. All right, so let me rewrite it over here. 6 minus 69 plus 1. So I've got to go in order for adding, subtracting. So I've got to subtract first. So that would be negative 63. Have to do that first. And then now I can do negative 63 plus 1. So I would get negative 62. Number 19. Erase that so we can see. All right, so 1/2 20 divided by 10 plus 2. So order of operations, I've got to subtract. Do the parentheses first. Do more than one thing at once. So divide first, so 1/2 parentheses. That would be 2 plus 2. Then I multiply. So half of 2 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. And going to number 20. Let's erase. I've got some room. 20. All right. Write an expression. X represents a number. 12 times the number increased by 9. So 12 times the number, and they said the number was X. And increase means add. So plus 9. So 12x plus 9. So the answer is A. Now for number 21, this is going to be just like your extended response. So let's erase. So I've got some room down here to write. All right, just like your extended response question. So 100 points on your test. So he opened a savings account, $35 deposit. He plans on depositing $10 a week. Write an equation for how much money he will have after W weeks. So we do 35 plus 10W, and that's A. And then for B, we do 35 plus 10, and it says he's got 8 weeks, so 35 plus 80. And you solve that and see if you can buy it, and it's going to be no because it's more than $100.